Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Good Morning Bouncing. My name is Susan Churchill. I'm a certified trainer, practice group leader, and very happy practitioner of Spring Forest Qigong. Spring Forest Qigong is one of 15,000 or more registered forms of Qigong. Master Lin created it in 30 years ago. We won't try to use my subtraction skills at the moment. Hi, Joanne. Good morning. And it is this plus every form of Qigong is so beautiful for helping us to realize that we can co create our lives. And especially sometimes you feel like you're really totally out of control because guess what? We have no control over most of the things that happen in our life. But with the practice of Qigong, we can learn to bring ourselves back into balance. So we get angry, we bring in some happiness. We're feeling hatred. So yeah, that happens. We're going to bring in some joy. And if we're anxious and our mind keeps running, bring in peace. When when we have grief, sadness, or depression, bring in contentment. And if you're any fears, bring in gratitude. So isn't that lovely? Good morning to everyone. Let's say hello to everybody on this beautiful Saturday morning here in the United States. Hi, Joanne and Maria and June and Tatiana and Patricia. So grateful to see you all. All right. So today I thought we'd bring in peaceful sounds. So, how can we bring, hi, Susan, how can we bring peaceful sounds into our practice? Hi, Patricia, if I didn't say hi yet. All right. And even if I did. All right. So we want to start with our feet shoulder or hip distance apart. I need to figure out how to make myself a little so you can see me a little bit more. I need to take the time to figure that out. Okay, I still have space. All right, here we go. So let's start with our feet, shoulder, hip distance apart. Stand if you can. You can do Spring Forest Qigong sitting, standing, or lying down. What should one bring in if they feel pressure? Tatiana is asking. Okay, so go to the feeling of the pressure. That sounds like stress. I'm thinking stress, but if it's a physical pressure, I'm not exactly sure. And that would be peace. For overthinking, for stress, bring in peace. But you can use the colors too, and you could be feeling that, and then you could just bring in a green color for happiness, and red or pinks for joy, um, yellow for peace, white for contentment, and dark blue um, for gratitude. And maybe one of them will resonate more for you, and then you can hang out with that one for a while. Otherwise, just doing the keep that cycle going of either the feeling. Obviously, the feeling is definitely what Master Lin suggests doing because we can feeling and sound. We can feel more in our body. um, but the colors, however you want to bring it in, and you can cycle that and just say, okay, shower me with happiness, shower me with joy, shower me with peace, shower me with contentment, shower me with gratitude, and go back, shower me with happiness. See, and he actually, if you have I don't know if you can get this separately, but in the new 5 element course that he gave us, I think it was last year. Um, and I don't think it was the beginning of this year, but it may have been. Um, that has an actual meditation which goes through the 5 cycles, emotion cycles. So that's a beautiful one to do. Or hook yourself up with someone who has it and say, hey, can we do that together here and there, right? Yeah. Okay. Hi, Shelby. Hi, Lynn. All right. So we're bringing in peaceful sounds, which, of course, that your question and then me explaining about that meditation, ta-da, is right in line with that intention of peaceful sounds. So you can use anything, music that resonates with you. You can get something like these little, I think they're called tinctures or something. And you probably can't hear it because Zoom will take away the sounds. But it resonates. They're little symbols, and it resonates and goes deep. And you can go and move this around your body, like if you have an area, specific area, or if you're having that, like your brain fog thing happening, or you just, I got to get this emotion away. You can use something like this. Um, oh, I have another fun thing. Hold on. I got one of these, and you're not going to hear it again, but it's got different notes, and it's very soothing. Um, I wish I was a little more talented at making songs, you know, but I just kind of bang it around and I do whatever little scale that I remember from when I was in first grade. So we're talking about bringing in sounds, and so you can do it that way. You can get a little or a big singing bowl. That's one where you have different mallets, and you can hit it to make a sound, and you could also kind of go round and round. You know, like if you're annoying your uh, family at family dinners when you were a kid. At least that's what we did. Fill the water, fill some water in your water cup, and then practice doing that until all the adults at the adulthood was like, "Well, yeah, stop doing that." Hi, Martha. Oh, look at that. Now, Martha's giving Tatiana advice. Thank you. So, Martha says, I find it helpful to go for a short walk or sitting outside and look at the colors in nature, green, red, pink, yellow, white, blue, and the emotions that correspond. Happiness, joy, peace, contentment, and gratitude. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Martha. Awesome. So, so beautiful. Hi, Christine. All right, let's get started with our practice. So we're going to stand with our feet shoulder hip distance apart. Relax your shoulders down, elbows out, fingers open. A little bend in the knees. Smile on your face. Smile stands for start. My internal love engine. Let's just think that while we allow our body to come into balance physically and mentally and emotionally with our chi. Feel the connection of Mother Earth. You might just feel a whoosh of your roots going down into the earth and the earth energy coming back up. Notice the beautiful light or feeling in your lower dantian, your vitality center. Your middle dantian is all warm and fuzzy, and all the way up through your beautiful head out into the universe. Seeing that gorgeous sun and feeling its light and love coming back down upon you. And then you're just so happy you start to bounce. Hi, Yipeng. Happy to see you this morning. We're bringing in peaceful sounds. So far I was talking about the little symbols called, I think they're called chinktas, that you can use, or I had one of those metal steel drums. You could make a beautiful sound, or anything you have, obviously, or singing bowls, or you put on a meditation, or you put on your favorite song, like maybe you're just down in the dumps, and you were a big fan of Michael Jackson, and you go on, one of your apps, music apps, and you just play it, and you're down, no one could see you, or maybe you're with people and you just dance. Dancing is really fun. So bouncing, see, is like dancing. So basically, we're dancing. I like that. Let's take our hands over our head for 5 minutes of bouncing with our hands over our head to lift to 100. Let your hands flap. And if you got your phone nearby or something that you could put your music on, go ahead and do that. I will make a point of unwrapping here I'm just going to do this now so that I remember. Unwrapping my stereo here, and then I'm going to put some music on as I work today. So sound, what other sounds? Well, of course, you walk outside, listen to the sounds of nature. Go to a park and just sit at the bench. Maybe you have a book or something, or you're just sitting, and close your eyes and just listen. If it's a good day and there's lots of people walking around, kids going up and down the slides, dogs, and frisbees and things. Or maybe you have your park has like the softball practices starting up again. Hi Barbara, good morning. We're bouncing with our hands over our head for 5 minutes. 3 minutes are left to live to 100. Master Chun Yi Lin from Spring Forest Qigong has been saying that if you want to live to 100, then if you can bounce for 5 minutes with your hands over your head within an hour of waking, you live to 100. Happy, healthy, vibrant life, and a life where you're helping others. The more we can be balanced and aligned ourselves, the more we can help other people. And I know that goes against all the things that I was, experienced when I was young, which was mom's, well, it could be, and dad's working and everything, all of those. You have to do everything. Give yourself entirely, and just keep going. And you could try that. I certainly did. And if I hadn't tried that and gone, somewhat off the rails, then I wouldn't have found meditation, and then I wouldn't have found Qigong, and I wouldn't be here. So be grateful for all the experiences you've had, especially the challenges which drive you and have brought you to this point so we can all play together. So while you're bouncing, remember to have your tongue touching the roof of the mouth behind the front teeth. And this is the part of the practice where we breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, allowing the release of anything we no longer need. So it's a detoxifying exercise. And then tuck your chin in a little bit if it's leaning forward so that your neck is aligned with your spine. That's going to allow the chi to run through that much easier. And you don't have to know what chi is. You don't have to say that's a real thing or not. Just experience balancing with us and see if you feel better. That's what happened the first one I was in with Master Lin over 5 years ago here on Facebook. And he said, there's a lot of suffering out there. And if you stay with me for, this 20, 30 minutes, do a practice, and you're going to feel better. And then please tell everyone else to come so we can help everyone heal that much faster and more completely. Beautiful. Now let's let our hands down. If you came in early and you want to get your whole 5 minutes in, then go ahead and keep going. You're on with that. And then just continue your practice. We don't have to be uh, doing everything exactly at the same time. And you'll understand that a little bit more as you practice. Most of you are already well beyond that. So we're here practicing together. I'm leading a practice, and you can follow it, obviously, but also start to listen to yourself and do the practice that you need together with us. Okay? So if I'm doing moving yin and yang, and you're like, breathing the universe, that's what I need to do today, then you do breathing of the universe. Okay? Okay. Nobody's taking, nobody's paying attention there. No one's, you're not getting graded. So, and if you just want to have it on and while you're doing the dishes, and that's what your practice is today, then that's beautiful. Okay? So, yay. All right, so that was bouncing, and now we continue active exercises with tapping and cupping. And I start with 3 shoulder shrugs because Master Lin brought that to my attention after I had a concussion and how it helps the brain heal. So I love that. And also what I noticed is that it releases tension really fast from the neck and shoulders. So what we do is we just lift the shoulders. So try not to right? We're just gently lifting our shoulders, and then the head comes back, and just go back as far as it wants to go comfortably, but you have a teeny bit of a squishing as if you're trying to glue the head and the shoulders together, but only like enough that you're just holding them in place so the glue sets. And we just hold it for about 9 seconds, and then we slowly release the shoulders down and the head comes up. And then feel or know that chi and spinal fluid are coming up the spine and bathing your brain. And just see butterflies flying out. Anything you no longer need. Let's do that 2 more times. So shoulders come up to the ears. Head goes back. Continue to breathe. Continue to have your knees bent a little bit. Continue to have the tongue touching the roof of the mouth. And then slowly come down. Now this is one where we don't want to hold it too long. So allow yourself, if you're feeling coolness or something, that's good. If you get to the point where you're dizzy too much, and hold on to a table, go sit down, and that's it for today for you. So you'll just have to kind of get used to that and figure out what is right for you. But 9 seconds is a good rule. Holding it for just 9 seconds with the intention of healing your brain. So remember, the chi works better for you as you direct it. So we use our mind connected with our heart to direct the chi, saying, hey, because the chi already is the healer. Chi knows what to do. And so you just say, and you send it to your head, you send it to your shoulder, you send it to your tailbone. And just with a thought, just with an intention of, I'm grateful the pain in my lower back is gone. And then you release that because you made the intention, you've set the direction going. All right, cool. Then we'll continue with tapping and cupping. So we start with the cheekbones, and you can use your knuckles or your middle finger, or I like to use 3 fingers together. And I was finding myself like this, crunching. Let's try not to do that. Let the elbows out a little bit. Knees still are slightly bent. And you could do this for 9 times. I tend to talk longer, so it usually gets quite more than 9, but that's cool too. So what we're doing is opening up the front channel by tapping these stomach detoxification points, And the stomach system has the color yellow, so you can send yellow light in. And then we move up to the beginning of the eyebrows, and these are the bladder detoxification points, and that's part of the water element, the bladder system or kidney system. And so you send in dark blue light. Now, if you're doing something and you say, hey, this is kidney, I should do dark blue, but you're seeing a different color, you're feeling a different color, go with whatever color you're feeling. Cup the top of your head and just trust the intelligence of your body and your chi. So when we do this one, we are trying to do it enough. Don't be hard on yourself, but you're cupping. First of all, we're cupping. That gets the vibration in. And see if you can feel it coming all the way down into your internal organs. Let's hang out here for a moment and see if we can feel that. And as you're doing it, you may notice it gets stuck somewhere. Maybe it's getting stuck in your nose or sinus area, or maybe your jaw. And you just notice, and it's going to open up, and it's going to start to flow down. Can you feel that start to open and flow? That's actually kind of fun to have that experience where you feel the opening of the chi. And you will, if you haven't yet, you will at some point. Okay, now you can hold your forehead with one hand if you want and cup the base of your head. And this one's good for so much stuff. So we're bringing vibration into the brain to wake up the nervous system, to wake up the chi in the brain. It's going to affect the whole body. Come down to your C7, massage this in a circular way. And then since I've been gabbing and gabbing this morning, let's just do one set of the lungs and heart activation exercises. So we clap, cup the inside of our left elbow. So actually come in to the crease here and feel that vibration going all the way through to the elbow. And then the right side, underarm left side, and the right side. Window the lungs, other side. Awesome. Say hello to our kidneys, cupping the kidney area. Rub with the backs of your hands. And then turn them over and rub with the palms of your hands. Hi, Dorothy. Morning. Happy Saturday. Tap your tailbone. Tap your hips. Come down to your knees. Reach around to the backs. Come on both sides of the left knee and the right. Come up on your toes and down on your heels. Avoid this if you're pregnant. You know your back, so you can do this as a rocking motion. You just want to stimulate what's called the bubbling springs, which is the connection from our body to the earth, and get that flowing so that information's coming up from the earth to you, and you're releasing what you no longer need down into the earth as well. Okay. So those are all the active exercises. So the next part is we want to prepare for going into the emptiness. We want to prepare for our healing movements. So we're back to our feet, shoulder hip distance apart, bending the knees, feeling the connection of the earth, feeling ourselves between heaven and earth and just totally supported, feeling ourselves balanced physically and with our chi, and we can invite balance. Elbows are out a little bit. Stretch your fingers and toes on purpose to stimulate 12 meridians that start in the hands and feet. And then release. Hands are slightly curved. You may right now feel little energy balls in your hands. You may feel them on the ends of the toes and the fingers. Tuck your chin in a little bit. Talk to your beautiful spine. See it growing longer and straighter and stronger. Longer, straighter, and stronger. And you might be getting as tall as your house or even tall as the universe. And let yourself calm down. Close your eyes if you can. Tip of the tongue touching the roof of the mouth behind the front teeth. Chin in a little bit. I am in the universe, you say. The universe is in my body. And just you can say it in your heart. Let it reverberate. The universe and I combine together. Resonate, I think maybe that was the word I wanted. And feel yourself lifting like a balloon, almost off the ground. And remember, you can do Spring Forest Qigong sitting, standing, or lying down. Anything you can't do physically, use your visualization, which is so powerful. And you've seen me here. I've hurt myself in various ways. I've had challenges, let's say that. And, you know, maybe one arm wasn't lifting for a while or whatnot. And I have recovered, haven't I? So thank you, thank you, thank you to the universe. I'm grateful to be here to show you, although I would like to keep upright and not have those challenges at this moment. Thank you. I'm grateful I'm well. All right. So feel yourself kind of going in between being and not being. You're almost lifting off the ground. You're expanding. We said the password. Now connect to what is divine for you, okay? Your family, your creator, your inner knowing. And ask for what you want from your practice today. I am so grateful. I am so grateful that, and then you fill in the blank. And let's see how long I've been going. Okay, so if you need to pop off, go ahead, but I am running quite behind, so I'm going to do another 5 minutes so we can get our healing movement in. So I apologize for that today. All right, so let's do moving of yin and yang. So we're going to take our right hand in front of our upper chest, left hand in front of the lower dantian, and we're bringing in peaceful sounds. So this is a great one for peaceful sounds. So what we're going to do is we visualize a column of light from the top of our head to the bottom of our torso. We're going to move our hands by bringing our right hand, the top one, out and down, and then the left hand is going to come in and up. And they're just going to follow each other in this elliptical pattern, and yours might be a little more rounded. Mine tends to be like this usually, a little less rounded. And just feel the chi. And as we're moving our hands, I want you to feel the chi light column. Okay, so that column of light from the top of our head to the bottom of our torso, and we're actually moving it. So one of the things when I first started that I was feeling as if this is liquid light, and as my inside hand is coming up, my fingers are going through that. You know, you can feel it. And like I'm one of those wheels, like in an old grain factory, the water wheel. So you can use that visualization and feeling if you want, however that works for you. So as this is happening, this is the movement called moving of yin and yang, which is for our wood element, which is the liver system, and the color is green, and we bring in happiness, and guess what happens? As we bring in happiness, the vibration that doesn't match it, that could be stuck somewhere in our body, which we have labeled anger, turns back into unconditional love in the form of light, smoke, or anything you want, like butterflies, and flies out of your body. This is the healing that is happening. So allow yourself to feel it. And then to bring the sound in, let's bring in the sound of she. So you breathe in, And it'll sound like mine stops after a second, but go as long as you can. It's just how this background sound gets cut out. So you're breathing in, and then she. And you want your tone to be low and soft, and just so you feel the vibration inside the body. In this movement, you do not have to coordinate your breath with your movement. Notice where the vibration starts and notice where it goes to in your body. It's going to be different for everybody today. Generally the same, but different in that your chi is going to follow. It's going to go where it is needed most. And when you get to the point where both of your hands are in front of your lower dantian, we're going to hold, we're going to stop there, hold them for a little bit, and breathe in and out slowly, deeply, and gently, feeling the breath going from the hands into the lower dantian and back. Do you still have that Mona Lisa smile on your face? And then we release it down, focusing on the lower dantian, and with our minds invite and gather all the chi you've cultivated into that place. So when we were doing that movement, we were actually cultivating happiness. So bring all that green happiness light and everything that you cultivated into the lower dantian, and then use your mind and spin it around. Spin, 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 faster and faster. And then it's going to get smaller and brighter, smaller and brighter, smaller and brighter, until it turns into a tiny little energy pill, and you tuck it deep behind the navel. Take a breath in and out. And you may breathe out through your mouth or your nose at this point. Allow whatever it is to happen. Because if you're breathing in, out through your mouth, you're just having some more release. So let all those butterflies out. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's rub our face. So rub your hands together. So from your soul into your heart, through your arms, get that chi lotion on your hands. Take 2 fingers, slide up the sides of the nose to the forehead, around the face and down the chin. You're rubbing the chi lotion, so you are got sparkly, whatever your chi lotion feels like and looks like, for fun. And rub your ears, pull your earlobes. Let's do this 9 times. Now, if you've done it 9 times, your ears may be very hot at this point, or you might feel something happening here. So as we're rubbing the ears, thank you everybody. So we're rubbing the ears, the chi is actually going in to these different areas and helping even more opening and healing to happen. Because your body is connected through your ear. There are points here in your ears that connect to all parts of your body. Isn't that wild? Okay. So let's finish off with a beautiful 10,000 hand breath in, allowing your imagination to have 10,000 more hands besides yours coming out of your body. Just have gratitude and awe as the universe drops in gifts into your arms, all of those arms. And you slowly bring your hands together above your head. And you slowly place your hands on your head. Accept the gifts of the universe and you slowly bring them in. You're accepting them, you're bringing them into your chi field and your physical form to help you bring in peaceful sounds for your day and beyond. And remember to say thank you, thank you, thank you. And allow yourself to be the love radiator you are, and send it out into the world. I send you many, many blessings and look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Okay, bye.